The Bhutan Agriculture and Food Regulatory Authority (BAFRA) was officially established on 5th August 2000 under the Ministry of Agriculture and Forests. This agency was introduced as a perpetual public sector mechanism to promote food safety, quality and safety of goods and products related to agriculture and forest. BAFRA, as a regulatory authority of Bhutan, performs the important responsibilities by implementing numerous Renewable Natural Resource Acts of Bhutan. Some of the core functions of the agency are to protect animals and human health, plants and the environment by controlling the spread of exotic pests and diseases. It acts as a focal point for International Plant Protection Convention (IPPC), Codex Alimentarius Commission (CAC), World Trade Organization (WTO), Sanitary and Phytosanitary (SPS), and competent authority for biosecurity measures in the country, and governs the regulation of quality agricultural exports and imports.
As per the reference to the minimum standard requirement as per the codex, we have maintained a checklist. So we carry the checklist and go for an inspection to any food establishment.
With the increasing liability of ever-globalizing food system, to maintain the international quality and the safety standards of agriculture products, BAFRA is constituted of multiple key stakeholders. Today, it functions under the management board chaired by the Minister of Agriculture and Forests, including representatives from the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Health, Finance and the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The Executive Director is the administrative head of BAFRA and it has two divisions: the Quality Control and Quarantine Division, Analytical and Certification Division.
BAFRA has a strength of 188 staff. Now these comprises of 57 plant inspectors, 45 livestock inspectors, 28 food inspectors and about 18 laboratory officials.
The Quality Control and Quarantine Division supervises the regulatory and quarantine activities, whereas the Analytical and Certification Division provides analytical services related to food safety issues pertaining import, export and domestic markets. Apart from the head office in Thimphu, BAFRA offices are established in 20 Dzongkhags, main entry points including a national food testing laboratory at Yosepa, Thimphu. BAFRA's vision is to ensure the national goal of food self-sufficiency by safeguarding the farming system of the country by controlling the pests and diseases through effective enforcement of standards and regulations of quality farming inputs. Further, BAFRA also facilitates the development of agro-based industries to enhance Bhutan's ability to compete both in domestic and global markets.
We are carrying out the apple inspection then mushroom like musatake, then issuing a certificate to export the goods from our country to other countries. Then about that,
BAFRA has a mandate to implement various Renewable Natural Resources Acts of Bhutan, such as the Plant Quarantine Act of Bhutan 1993, the Seeds Act of Bhutan 2000, the Pesticides Act of Bhutan 2000, the Livestock Act of Bhutan 2001, the Food Act of Bhutan 2005, National Biosecurity Framework, Biosecurity Policy 2010.
The inspection the committee so me so the tangchi malay the ne the one of the semjing gi ne the washing gi ne the plant ki diseases sime mba the kakta beni is sunila.
BAFRA, in collaboration with various agencies, is also responsible for implementing different acts like Forest and Natural Conservation Act, Biodiversity Act, Natural Environment Protection Act. It functions as the National Food Control Agency and ensures that food is of good quality and safe for human consumption. It regulates and promotes the quality of agriculture inputs such as seeds, agrochemicals, livestock, and products, including foods, to facilitate trade and increase market access in the global market. It implements the National Biosafety Framework of the Kingdom of Bhutan 2006 to ensure safe transfer, handling and use of living modified organisms, genetically modified organisms and their products, although import of such modified organisms is currently banned in Bhutan.
같이 배운다 주가 같이 배운다 무추가 될린 보험이 값으로 가슴배 배고가 가랑 같이 때 같이 이사 가라기 때 같을래 죄디 배로 주진 가들아 나한테 배로 가라기 숨 지용서 주니라.
BAFRA also functions as the focal point for various important international organizations such as the International Plant Protection Convention, the Codex Alimentarius Commission, the National Inquiry Point for World Trade Organization, Sanitary and Phytosanitary Agreement, and the Competent Authority for Biosecurity of Bhutan. It conducts relevant research aimed at improving regulatory measures related to food safety and protection of health and life of plants and animals. BAFRA certifies agricultural goods, plants, animals, and products for trade so as to increase market access. BAFRA also issues permits and certificates for import and export of agricultural, livestock, forestry goods and products. The other requirements such as production of health certificates and freedom status from major epidemic diseases in the places of origin have to be fulfilled based upon the Livestock Act of 2001. In case of processing plants, inspection certificates, ante-mortem or post-mortem are issued certifying the meat as safe for human consumption.
Collect the sample of blood, urine, feces and send it to the laboratory. If we found it is positive, we treat the animals till the disease is subsided and then send back them to respective places where they want to take the animals.
BAFRA is responsible for issuing clearance for establishment of food industries. So far, BAFRA has initiated certification of 2 food industries and 5-star hotels, including the Army Welfare Project for ISO 22000 Food Safety Management System, which is internationally recognized. Towards experimenting and testing quality food for safety consumption, BAFRA has also established a national food testing laboratory at Yesepa, located about 15 kilometers away from Thimphu city.
The National Food Testing Laboratory is to focus mainly on the food testing activities.
This laboratory is equipped with required equipments and facilities serving and providing analytical services. However, this laboratory at present is under the process of accreditation for ISO Global Quality Standards for testing and calibration laboratories.
They can advise us to set up accordingly, so that we don't miss anything to cater our services to the clients.
The accreditation system will facilitate the National Food Testing Laboratory to be internationally recognized for food analysis.
National Food Testing Laboratory has planned to extend the food lab. Just now the food lab is being housed in the two buildings only, food microbiology test site and food chemical test site.
Food commodities like shakam ize, zau, red rice, red chili, chili powder, seeds and plants are permissible for export, whereas animals and plant products enlisted under restricted items are not allowed.
Checkpost meru te nga chegida pachu dulen beme gari disu bas disu onsal tawila te atichi ba onsun chu bedu concept ki de tusonam na zachin tuni wangin permit dan tgb bangondo se jinibeina.
BAFRA inspectors are also responsible to monitor the imports of plants and animal products as per the provisions of the relevant acts. For example, an outbreak of bird flu in 2010 in Chukazongkhag was a successful suppression of poultry disease by BAFRA in collaboration with the Department of Livestock and other relevant stakeholders. In this way, the agency's efforts have helped the successful control of the poultry diseases. BAFRA as an agency is responsible to control the manufacture, import and export of food, water and other beverages. The agency has also recognized some of the major official entry and exit points for inspection and certification. These places include Paro International Airport, Gelepu, Phinseling, Samtsi and Samrujonkar as major entry points. Nganglam, Jomochankar, Panbang, Hlamoizinkha, Pagli, Gomtu, Chiti, Bindu and Samrucheling as minor entry points. The BAFRA office also collects information about disease outbreaks to take immediate response measures.
I had a tough time. It was really a challenging job for us, inspecting, visiting every hotel, restaurant and grocery shops. And we do inspect sanitation, hygiene.
The products from other countries are checked for sanitary and phytosanitary certificate, and in case of fresh meat, anti-mortem and post-mortem inspection reports. Illegal products or a product that does not fulfill the requirements for import are seized for testing and for disposal.
And the the expiry date, the disease, the tin disu bulge bibu, and the yani siz product diso nalu gara chiga store china suja kele chal at mam jo dalwa chiya disposal pit na ko ya choose gang disposal pit.
At the time of outbreaks of transboundary plant and animal diseases in the neighboring countries, BAFRA, in collaboration with other stakeholders, takes the responsibility to enhance biosecurity measures in all vulnerable entry points as well as livestock farms within the country. The sanitary measures like disinfection spray on vehicles coming from affected areas in case of bird flu outbreak, including the basic biosecurity measures in different farms, are initiated and monitored by BAFRA inspectors on timely basis.
Iru daru lalu Cina di pembadu lalu Cina di nepa du bala. Kacip se wacin lalu Cina ani ritu bicara tu mus. Riru di sidi de ani cek cap ani phat contu matum dis ani melab na sum dalu lejume jo ba. Te lalu Cigi di ani fa kacip se wacin ani chala fali temda. Te ball pe baung de na cho macha ani di sudi na sis cap ani nepa du bala. Kacip se wacin ani di phara lok di Palok chonju bachi palok dikhon company lo return chap chu bachin ani tani bachi.
They are exposed to harmful physical, biological and chemical agents that pose a risk to their life.
세술에 년가고니기 아니 세만날에 바치 년가두 안을 베지 집집에도 대망아 저기 고락하기 안날에 뒤에 공연마다 불레람데 바 명메 대 마쇼란데 안에 세만나 안을 바이 이 나짬지메 더러나 대 팔레파가라 람다 티디디 가라 산삼벤디디 안날레파 남세미 템베 아니 베메.
During the peak season of export of agriculture products like mandarin, mushroom and apple, BAFRA inspectors have to perform their duties round the clock in order to provide timely services to the clients because of the perishable nature of the commodities. BAFRA today is involved in the entire food production and supply chain, guided by the principles of food safety from farm to table concept towards safeguarding public health. Besides public health, BAFRA also monitors the health of both plants and animals, which are the main source of food, contributing to the quality of life for all Bhutanese. Therefore, in the process of implementing of BAFRA's mandate to achieve the overall national goal of food security, food safety, successful conservation of pristine environment and natural resources, it is the responsibility of every Bhutanese citizen to cooperate and support the efforts made by BAFRA.